Well, what's up, guys? This is Team Hardlife Capt.Eric, and I'm trying to get the channel up and running over here. Also, been doing change over my phones. Um, let's see. Still not done. Or it is. Okay, it's almost done. Finally got a new phone to replace my other phone. The screen was cracked and stuff like that. What's up, Slime Time? How you doing? Um, Waiting for our guest to come on. We have a lot of issues to cover today. And this is something that, again, too, yes, we are a fishing channel, but politics is something that I did not want to get into. But I have learned that if we don't unite and work together, we're going to lose that right. We're going to lose that privilege. We're going to lose it all. And I have tape, and I don't know where it's at. I put it up here because I was about to start taping weights. Well, so found me a job where I can sit down and do this. All right. So let's see what happens here. What's up, Slime Time? Hustle,
Hi
Luciano,
guys.
Thirsty. There's Rachel Caballero. What's
Hi.
up, man?
Hey. Where's all my fisher people at?
Yeah, that's what I was telling them right now. It's like,
We in
uh,
trouble, guys. We in trouble.
so I kind of started off the video talking about how, like, I'd seen other channels deal a lot in politics, and I was like, man, you know what? I kind of wanted to stay away from that and stuff like that. But as I have grown with the channel, with the business and everything else, I realize it goes hand in hand. If we don't stay on top of what they're doing, we're going to lose our rights. We're going to lose our privileges. We're going to lose our ability to pass on what was passed on to us. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So again, big thank you, Rachel Caballero, for taking the time to do and everything you do with the city, trying to keep those freaking crooks in check, man. And you can't do it by yourself. So again, thank you for meeting with me and through the channel and being able to share the knowledge. But I just took a look at that video that you posted on your TikTok about them limiting our responses during public comment. Like it's so blatantly obvious that if you're for them, they're cool about you yelling and raising your voice, but if
Hmm.
you're against them, they're like, hey, hold on, you gotta
Hmm.
stop. Like,
It has been two public comments now that they do not allow me to get through my 3 minutes. I have 3 minutes and they will.
nope, hold on, maybe she got a phone call real quick and
Sorry,
stuff
I
like
did.
that.
I did. Let me put my phone on do not disturb. Hold on a second. Um, yeah, it's been two city council meetings now that they have not allowed me to speak through my 3 minutes. So I'm getting with a couple of people are helping me look for a civil rights attorney, so that way we can pursue something. Because right now, people that are for desal or have good relationships with elected officials. I mean, the hard part of this is like they get along, you get along with them right now, but one day it could be reversed and they're going to do the same thing to you that they've been doing.
Oh yeah, that's what's happening.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I just thought to myself right now, it's like, look, they don't even want you speaking here.
Nope. They don't, and that's the thing is like if it couldn't be more obvious that I'm striking nerves, and they know that at this point I'm the closest that I've ever been to potentially getting elected. And so they're going to start keeping me from accomplishing that.
Mhm.
And so they're going to make it hard on me, which they've been
Yeah.
for a while now, but now they're doing it publicly.
Yeah. Oh, big time, big time. Like I saw that, and it's not just you. It's all the. There's several other commenters that the same thing is happening with them. That is, I mean, they're there because you know this is so strong. It's not just oh well, let me talk. Okay, no, they're frustrated. They're angry. They're not
Mhm.
being heard. So of
We're
course
not
they're
allowed
going
to
to
have
get.
emotions. Like
Yeah,
we're not,
exactly.
it's our First Amendment. It's like, air your grievances, but do it in a calm, cool voice. The Constitution of the United States does not say that. So
No, it does not.
basically where we're at with public comment is the individual who we need to never reelect again, Carolyn Vaughn, who is a city council at large elected official, has been receiving tons and tons of negative um feedback from her putting that on the agenda.
Of,
So,
limiting the time.
yes, limiting the time. So
Yes.
she is definitely struggling right now, and it's deserved. And I hope that she never thinks that she can put this back on the agenda again.
Yeah. But also too, for all the other ones that voted for her too,
Hmm.
also, well, not voted for her, but voted
In
oh
favor.
yay to it. Yeah, in
Hmm.
favor of that, also need to be checked as well, because
Yep.
we're the ones who, everybody in the city voted these people into office, and then they're gonna sit there and try to limit us? No, like just it should have been a one vote, her vote, and that's it. If they were intending on representing you, if they
Hmm.
aren't, which this is obvious, they're not here to represent us. They are here to represent their wallet. This right
Yep.
here, guys. This is their power play, their wallet. And the bigger it can get, the more it's going to cost me and you.
Hmm.
It is crazy, and I'm done. We're so done with it. But if we're not doing anything about it, it's not going to help.
Right.
So
And then, and
that
the hard part about Corpus Christi, and sorry for all the out of town fishermen, but this is just a real quick thing, is that the majority of the community does not vote. So you know who knows who to vote? It's their crooked buddies, the industry people that are making bank. They know to vote. So that's how those guys keep winning. But the rest of the community is not voting. That's how come little guys like me can't get elected, because they basically have the monopoly on exposure.
So this is something I got to say real quick, guys. If you're tired of your water bills going through the roof, you're tired of your light bill going through the roof, you're tired of all these bills going through the roof, then get off your butt and go vote.
Yep, that's it.
Simple as that. Like there's nothing. I mean, we can talk to her eyes are blue or whatever the hell, and it's nothing's gonna get done if it's only 10 of us or 20 of us. We need thousands of y'all to go out there and show the numbers that we are tired of paying for industry to make money, but me and you that are still struggling to pay our bills. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, we have to watch out what we do at home. Like, we're timing the kids, we're timing ourselves. Like, when we wash clothes, we wash this, wash that. Like, we are doing everything we can so we don't get hit with these fines. Yet industry does not hold them. They're not being holding industry to the same
Right.
fire that they're holding us to.
Yep. And apparently, they're on the conservation plan. The industry is not required to conserve. They're not required to conserve until we've run out of water, basically. So that was the biggest point of contention with the community regarding the drought contingency plan.
Wow.
So, they still didn't modify that. They're saying that they're making arrangements to um, in stage, well, basically when we're out of water, at stage 4, which they're calling the emergency stage. They're considering it because they have to do a drought contingency plan and a conservation plan, and they only approved one of the two. And it's like, why you we've been in a drought restrictions, Albert, since 2020, since 2022. Like, why aren't were you guys prepared? Like, why are we waiting until the 11th hour to get all of these things done? And that just shows lack of leadership, and it shows lack of preparation. It shows lack of work ethic, because the city manager is not doing it, the CEO of the water department is not doing it, and neither is the mayor. So, it is imperative at some point that we put the pieces together as a community and say, hey, these people aren't doing us any favors. They put us in messes, and then they don't fix it, and they wait for the last minute, and then we get screwed within that preparation, because
Yeah.
they're
So
doing it last minute.
here, let's fast forward a little bit to the. They've already got the approvals for the permits, correct?
It's a draft. approval, and it is for the discharge.
Okay, so on the discharge, this is what really got me ticked because they're requesting to be allowed to dump, what is it, 3 million gallons of sludge back into the
Right.
bay, in the same bay that they're pulling out of, that they're pulling out all the fresh water. They want to put all that sludge back into the that water system, plus the sludge, without any fines. Yet if I go over there and I drop a quart of oil in that bay, a quart, mind you, not 3 million gallons,
Mhm.
I would lose my butt, like everything. They would fine me from here to kingdom come.
Mhm.
But because these are big businesses, they're going to allow them to destroy our bay.
Well, and somewhere I read that even 10 years of polluting waters takes about 100 years to repair.
Yeah. So
I mean, and I
there's
sent you that picture that shows how close the intake and the discharge is, and I can't get it to. Let me see if I can figure this out.
See on your
I
phone,
am
you see the two
looking.
arrows that go like
Yes.
this? Click on that and it'll turn the screen around. There you go.
Okay.
Now you can move your camera around and show
The
uh
picture.
the picture. Yes.
Hi. Okay, hold on real quick.
Yeah. So y'all got to pay attention to this, guys, because where it's at, and they keep saying, "Oh, there's plenty of water inflow and plenty of water outflow," and no, there's not. Because if there was, why do we have a problem in the bay of the salinity being so high? If they can simply answer me that, like that, that tells me we don't have a lot of water circulation in the bay, which means if they take out fresh water, it's going to take forever for that fresh water, to be replaced. Especially we're in drought contingency. I mean, we're not getting any rain. There's not enough water coming in from the Port A channel, which is the nearest place to get any kind of water, like real water into the area. I mean, the Packard channel, it fills up and it only goes into that one little area by the Laguna Madre. That's it. That's the spot that fills up.
Let
All
me
it's doing
show
is
you
pushing the
guys.
stuff toward the back.
Wait. So can you guys see that where the intake and the discharge is going to be in the ship channel? Like really, guys? So here is the intake, and here's the discharge. Where's that going to go? And this is where the power plant gets their water. What's that gonna do to the power plant that takes in the water to clean out for their cooling tanks or whatever it's called? Like that's nuts. Look how close that is together. So you're gonna intake it from here and discharge it.
All right. Sorry, the volume was on here. Now I'm trying to pull it up on my
And
computer so I can
yes,
better see it.
yes, bowed up with Mike. That is going to spike the salt levels, and it will make it unlivable for the conditions to sea life.
Wow. So that's not far. I'm assuming on the picture on the right side is the Harbor Bridge.
Yes.
Wow.
Look how close
So
that is. I think the
well,
guy said I thought it was 900 feet, but a chemical engineer a few nights ago said it was 500 feet. But I don't know if that's right. I have to verify that. But 500, 900 feet within each other, regardless, is going to absolutely. I mean, you're talking about 100% uh, annihilation of the bay. And then
yep.
you have all those estuaries that are surrounding that area. I mean, it's a mess.
Yep.
It's a
No,
mess with these guys.
boat up Mike nailed it. It's going to destroy a 50-mile radius, and
Mm-hmm.
that okay. That's I would think at minimum, just because of the water, the amount of water that's in that area. If y'all ever see floods is a prime example. What happens to the flood, water is running this way, even though there's all this water, the current is running this way. Over here, there's not a lot of current. And so what ends up happening, all the debris and everything else gets pushed off to the right and pushed off to the left. So
Mm-hmm.
all the areas that don't have a lot of current are going to receive a higher amount of salinity. It's going to happen. Like there's no, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand this. You can look at it outside your window when your busted water main goes. You can see all the sediments being pushed off to the right and to the left of the current. So you cannot tell me that this is not going to affect the bays in any way, shape, or form. There's no way it's going to do that. Now,
Right.
obviously, yes, we want Corpus Christi to grow, but we don't want it to grow at the cost of losing our bay, which is millions of jobs here in the from
Mm-hmm.
Aransas Pass all the way down to South Padre, because we still have the Laguna Madre, we have um, the Bay of Corpus Christi, the all those bays and estuaries are going to get demolished by this
Mm-hmm.
event.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. Like I can't. But so what was it? Eric Cantu, the council
Yes.
member that was, I saw this on the news, was saying that he is demanding that they do a far field model, but
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that it's a third party company that is not being paid for by
Mm-mm.
the Nichols and
Freeze and
something
Nichols. Freeze and
Reason
Nichols.
Nichols, and there's another company too that they said in the report, and I was like, man, that's exactly the way it has to be,
Mm-hmm.
because if they have any kind of connection to these companies, then they're going to be swayed by them, because they're going to be like, hey, man, you want to get paid or you don't want to get paid, kind of deal for this. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And
Mm-hmm.
so,
We've already given Freeze and Nichols in excess of like $7 million too. And the thing, one of my what I was meant to say in my public comment, and Henry, stick around because we're going to talk about what you just posted. So don't go anywhere. Henry Sinaceros, I think it says. Yeah.
yeah, I
Stick
saw the Nice, the Rio
Rio
Grande
Grande
Valley
Valley.
is pushing desalination plants down there too. Okay.
Yep. We're about to talk to you about that. But what I was gonna say, it was two things. One was the city of Corpus Christi, when they got approved for the finances, it was called a SWIFT loan, right? And the Texas Development Water Board was the one. At the state level. They're all appointed by Avet. They approved giving the city a loan, right, for like 520 something $1 million. And the chair at that time, her name was Brooke Pop. Well, fast forward to that was July of 2024. Fast forward to this month or to January of this year, and Abbott transfers her appointment from the Texas Water Development Board to guess where? The TCEQ. So now she's the chair of the TCEQ. And guess what she did? She voted, even though she should have recused herself because she approved the initial loan back in 2024.
Wow. So
Like, it's like
uh,
these dudes, they're all in bed together. Abbott is
here's
turning us into California 100%.
here's the other thing on that too. I got the paperwork back, and I did a video on this. I don't know if I had shared it with you or not, but I got the paperwork back from the TCEQ, and they denied my claim, saying that I live too far away from the area. I said, you morons, I didn't say I lived right next to it. I said I was going to be directly affected of it because
Mm-hmm.
I am a fisherman. I have a fishing tackle store. I will be directly affected by this. Not
Mm-hmm.
I never said anything that lived there. Like, where did you get, oh, you're not directly affected because you don't live near or within a mile proximity? No, moron, that had nothing to do with what y'all were saying. Monetarily, am I going to be affected? Yes. That affects everything all the way down to my
Mm-hmm.
house. Like, if my shop fails because of that, that directly affects me. So you
Mm-hmm.
cannot sit there and deny that claim. Like, and that's what they did with a lot of people. They, well, you're not within this, you're not
Well,
within
and
that. You're not.
guess what they did a few years back is they changed the perimeter from 5 miles to 1 mile. So that way
So what?
they have a smaller radius of who gets to file for a contested case hearing. I know that the people, the concerned citizens of Robstown and Calallen are having a meeting on Sunday to help people in that area with their contested case filings. So that'll be on Sunday from 12 to 2 at Up in Smoke Barbecue in Robstown. That's on Sunday.
Wow.
So the thing that I mean, we're finding out very, very quickly that a lot of these people are, completely corrupt. They're not recusing themselves when they should. And it's getting kind of funky. It's getting funky up in here.
That is big time. Like, what does it have anything to do with me living close to it? That is not my argument. My argument is financially, I'm going to be impacted by this ordeal when the
Hmm.
bay dies, and they are going to kill the bay. There's no way they can say they're not. This is going to happen, and like you said, it's going to be 50 years before it ever recoups. If it does,
Hmm.
depending on what kind of sludge they put back in there, because it just says sludge. It doesn't say exactly what chemical compounds are they going to be putting in the bay, which I know when you desal water, a lot of hard chemicals come out of there, and some of them, I'm getting so, I'm getting
I
so
know.
frustrated over here. I've
Hey,
never broken
Mike.
one.
Yes, it's
Never
going
broken
to
one of these.
affect it's going to affect and poison the migratory birds. It is going to affect the estuaries that are within the area, up and down the coast, and through over where the La Quinta Channel is, and where help me out here, the Harbor
Oh
Island
yeah.
is.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, all the way down to Laguna Madre as well. It's
Yep.
going to go all the way down there because they don't have a lot. Okay, so the way it's going to work, yes, you have the channel that runs up, towards the fish pass or Packery Channel, but the current that goes right and left, up and down the backside of the barrier island, which is Padre Island National Seashore,
Mm-hmm.
it runs from Port A all the way down to Mansfield.
Mm-hmm.
There's only two cuts that go into it. The Padre, God, I'm getting so frustrated right now. It's like a million thoughts running through my head. Packard Channel and then Port A Jetty. So those are the only
Mm-hmm.
two cuts from the north side of the island all the way down to the south side of the island. There's not enough water that goes in and out of those channels at the very stretches of those islands to feed this monster that they're trying to put in. And they want 9 of them, right?
5
5.
in the bay. In the bay.
These guys are getting bought and well paid for.
Yep.
And it's going to be by
They're.
us. It's going to be by me and you
Mm-hmm.
because there's not enough people getting off their butts and going over there and speaking
Raising
out.
hell.
There
Well,
should
and
be a
here's the
thousand
thing.
people. There should be 1,000 people at these community deals, telling people about that. But I understand everybody works, everybody this, but you cannot sit there and complain when your bill jumps 200%. That's what's going to
Well,
end up happening at the end of the day. Like,
mhm.
give it a few years and we're going to be at 200% growth.
Did you already see your rate hike on this last water bill? Or no?
I
Did
did
you
not
see
I
that?
did not get to see it, but I think the wife was talking about it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, a lot of people got their first water bill after the first, like, whatever it's called, the first funding for desal. And everybody's like, whoa, what's going on with my bill? I'm like, we've been warning you guys about this for at least a couple of years now.
Yep.
And the hard part of it is I hate to see my community struggling. But and here's the thing, I'm not even asking anybody to do the work. I'm asking you to do two things: send the emails out when we ask you to, make the phone calls, send the emails out, make the phone calls. And the second thing is please vote. That's it.
Yep.
We got to vote for the right people and make sure that we're not reelecting these cronies that, enjoy not making us a priority. You know what I mean?
So, real quick, I want to share your TikTok because I know a lot of your
Okay.
videos go to TikTok.
Okay.
I know you do post on Facebook a lot, but if you want to share that information so a lot of these guys can backtrack and see how you've been progressing with all the videos and everything else, which is going to put you on the fast track to seeing through all their BS because again, Here's the prime example. Here's their contract, right? All big
Mm-hmm.
letters, and then there's all that fine little print right there. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's where they get you, bro. And again, too, Rachel, share that info so they can go and check that out, please.
Okay. How do I do that again?
Just I made you a blue renter, so you can actually you can type it in on your computer if you
Oh,
have it
oh
up.
yeah. Let me go. I forgot to open that up. Sorry.
Yeah,
Let me do
yeah,
that real
that'd be
quick.
the best way. So you can share the links to your YouTube or um, yeah, if you want your YouTube, your Facebook, the TikTok, just so people can keep up with what's going on. Because between you and Isabel are the two primary
Yes.
ones that I follow because of all of this. So, um,
Oh, and
but
somebody
again,
just
too.
asked about hurricanes, and um there is nothing in any permit about inclement weather and what the procedure is going to be, what they're going to do. None of that. None of that.
So on that permit, though, it also states that they cannot function when there's a red tide and a brown tide or any kind of natural disaster in the area kind of deal, and that's what they
Hmm.
are. And granted, every year we go through a brown tide in the Bay of Corpus Christi, and it's called the Death Triangle. It is in there, and so again, too, if we had so much water inflow, we would never have that every summer. It happens
Hmm.
every summer in the Bay of Corpus Christi, and they're going to tell me we have enough water inflow? No, don't lie to me. Actually, oh, that
Oh,
was a
here it
good one.
is.
Actually, I think I can find it real quick. Um, God, I think it was Pugsley, whatever his name is.
Huxley. Mm,
Yeah,
he's
I think
horrible.
it's him. But let me make sure. He commented on a veterans page. It's called the Round Table,
Uh-huh.
and talking about uh, they were that the deal for the permits passed for the design. He's like, yeah, about time, this and that, this and that. Okay, right here. So it says TCEQ approves permit for inner harbor water treatment plants. Historic decision marks final approval for first municipal seawater desalination plant in the area. You know, and it goes on that the permit allows 35 million gallons per day of potable water. There's a historic event and stuff like that, but none of it says it's for the incoming businesses. It keeps putting out the narrative that it's for the public. That's the narrative that it puts out. That's what everybody sees automatically. So on there, the comments, Mike Pusley, yeah, historic day for our region. Congratulations to everyone involved making this happen. I said, Mike Pusley, stop lying to the city. The water, um, the the water this is pre-sold to incoming industries and doesn't fix any of our city water shortages problems. Fix our current infrastructure. Fix all those fines that the city taxpayers
Mm-hmm.
keep paying. Stop selling out our city for your own benefits. So, and then well, that was under his comment, and I'm going to show you all this, guys, because like I said,
Yeah, let's
he's
see it.
one of the, I put him on blast real quick.
What would let me see the post too? He has me blocked. He blocked me a long time ago.
So this is on
Oh, and that
the
Dan Grimsbow, by the way, yeah, I'm a part of that group. That Dan Grimsbow, he was running the water department. He's a total bureaucrat. He was running the water department when we had that 13-day mandated water boil.
oh wow,
And he's like, yeah, but I fixed it. I'm like, you allowed it to happen, dude. You
yeah.
allowed it to get to that point.
So can y'all read it clearly? I don't know my screen. Let me clear my screen real quick. Make sure it's good to go. But yeah, so he's making it seem like it's a positive thing.
Of course he is.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's not for the city. And so there's that. And then I go to his comments, and there's Mike Pusley right there.
Oh yeah, historic day. He's so predictable. Oh, good job. Good job.
Yep. And
Way
then,
to go,
like I
Albert.
said, I went there too. So all these morons who voted for it answer me this. What happens when the red tide or brown tide hits the bay? Isn't
Mhm.
there allowed to, that isn't allowed to draw in any water? And who is going to pay for those fines or lawsuit when the desal plant isn't up and running, giving them the water that was sold to them each day? Who is going to pay? I went off. I went off on them. Who's going to pay all the businesses that rely on the bay for sustainability of fishing industry that is going to be destroyed? Who is going to pay for the cleanup of the ecological disaster when 3 million gallons of sludge is released into the bay?
Mhm.
Yep,
And they,
not
you
a
know, they
single
refuse to.
person is. Yeah, they won't
Yeah.
answer that.
Nope, they won't. And it for me, I'm just like, are you guys serious right now? I don't understand how they can morally allow or they're doing this, because this is going to destroy our community. Like we're going to be Texas City, we're going to be Pasadena, we're going to be LaPorte, we're going to be a hot freaking mess. I'm going to play this video. I just found my TikTok, like I feel all excited now. I'm going to play the one that let me see if I can get I'm not going to talk though, Albert, because I have to unmute my computer.
Mm,
So I'm going to be quiet and then I'm going to play it for y'all.
roger that.
So I'm gonna be quiet and then I'm gonna play it for y'all.
Roger that.
Okay, so I'm gonna be quiet and then I'm gonna play it for y'all.
Good afternoon, Madam Mayor, City Councilman. Two things that I'd like to mention today. First is good news. We had a lot of really bad news.
Can you state your name and city, please?
Hold on, there's a repeat. Oh, my Lanta. Hold on, there's a repeat. Oh, I know what it is. It's here. Hold on, guys.
Mute. Well, you can't mute yourself. What it is it's the delay because you got the YouTube channel running in the background on your
I know.
computer.
Okay,
So
well, I'm not
silent.
that tech savvy, but you guys
Let,
go to
let,
my TikTok and take a look at that. And then you're going to be able to witness exactly how they're trying to shut the ones up that are trying to disclose all this to the community, and how they mistreat us compared to how they treat people who are
okay,
who
hold
are
on.
on their side.
I'm going to your page right now, real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. But
Good afternoon, elected community members.
there's a couple of Rachel Caballeros in there.
It's Rachel for Corpus Christi. The number 4. Rachel for
Okay,
Corpus Christi.
for this is when having an extra phone helps. All right, so is it the one that says the stuff that happens in Corpus?
It's the very first one where it's a picture of the mayor.
Oh, the corruption.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Madam Mayor, City Councilman, you too. There are two things that I'd like to mention today. First is good news. We had a lot of really bad news here today.
Ma'am, can you state your name and city, please?
Oh, I think I'm poopy day. Rachel Caballero, District 1.
Mayor,
Yes.
objection. The commenter should be stating her name and
Rachel Caballero.
That's what you just did. You
Yeah.
stated your name, your District 1. Like I heard all of that, and he
Yeah.
still had to interrupt you. So
Yep.
let's continue.
District 1. Sounds like some of you are having a
Ms.
busy day.
Caballero, we're asking you.
I already repeated it again. Yes.
Hold on. Yes, Mayor. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Intended use of the water is to meet industrial demand. The TCEQ will grant every single one of those 9 permits. Every single one of them will be granted. Okay, so the port already got one. There's nothing historic about any TCEQ permit,
Mayor,
so
Jay.
stop lying.
I'm sorry, Ms. Parkinson, if you hold, please.
the commenter is excessively loud and boisterous.
Okay. Ms. Parkinson.
Is your problem now. It is not a federal problem. It is the flying public.
So it was okay for the other lady to be loud and boisterous, but it wasn't okay for the girl to speak normally against desal.
I got some customers. Y'all can
Okay.
go and keep
All right,
sharing.
guys. The hard part about that is like they are coming at us with everything that they have to keep us from exposing what they're doing, for lack of a better explanation, I guess. So if you're in the city of Corpus Christi, if you guys could send out emails to the mayor, to that city attorney who's corrupt as corruptness can get, I'm gonna put I'm gonna go ahead and put those emails in the comments, and if you feel so inclined, if you could email them and be like, you guys are losing it. You guys need some major. We need Doge to come down to Corpus Christi and handle these people.
Yeah, they are single. No, I don't carry single ones because those grip less.
Okay.
The
Let's
way
see.
a crimp. Okay, so you have a
It's
single
only
barrel
gonna
like
let me
this.
do a
And
few
crush it
emails.
does it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So now, when you have a double barrel, especially when you are you okay. So is this for just in the inline?
This is there's the drop goes here.
Yeah. So this is keeping it in place in the inline.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't need the double barrels like this. Then you would need the single barrels, and I don't have any that big. That I can tell you. But if you're doing end connections, these would be the sleeves you would want to go with.
I feel like if I'm talking, I'm interrupting the sale.
No, you're good. You're good. We're on the other side of the
Okay.
counter.
Okay.
I'm kind of listening on the side over here because I don't want to miss it either.
Oh, okay. Um,
But the beats.
so basically it's a draft permit. It has not been approved. There's probably going to be a contested case hearing against the permit. And I believe that the Hillcrest community is already looking into filing a lawsuit like they did before, but it was too soon. And it's a civil rights lawsuit because where they want to put that desalination plant is that in the buffer zone between the Hillcrest community and the refineries. That's where they want to build the desal plant. So you're talking about the little bit of security that the community has. They're going to strip them of that to put a desalination plant. I was at a water meeting on Tuesday night where a councilman disclosed that this is going to put us into the city into major unmanageable debt. And so you know what happens whenever a municipality goes into debt, they've got to recuperate money from somewhere. They've got to bring in revenue from somewhere. Guess what the one revenue generator is for municipalities? That's me, and that's you, and that's all of us. So if they need more revenue to cover their debt, they're coming after us for it. And so that's going to be an issue. So we have to look forward to that. It says, what do you think about the new sewer, FR Tijuana, Mexico into San Diego, California water? I haven't done any research on that. I know that the Carlsbad desalination plant, which feeds directly into the ocean, it's been shut down. It's not working. I don't know if they brought it back online or not, but they're having major issues.
Water desal plants and how they're trying to screw the city.
They're having major issues with the
I can spin that without the hook you're moving?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And you have a single or no?
with cleaning out the brine.
But I don't have them for that.
And it's causing, it's going into the membrane, and it's the membrane, they have to keep replacing the membrane, so they're trying to figure out how to fix that. Another thing is that people need to remember is this desalination plant that's gonna end up costing us about $1.5 billion is experimental. There has never been a desalination plant built like this in the entire world. This is experimental, and the location is experimental because it's in an enclosed bay system. And it's just a bad deal all around, guys. It's a really bad deal all around. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to put them on here. I think I can't remember the name of the guy that asked the question. Henry, I think it was, about Brownsville. Yeah. Okay, Henry. I'm trying to wait for Albert so he is informed too. But the reason why, you guys, real quick, history, the reason why I got involved in politics is whenever that tyrannical judge, Barbara Canales, hashtag ban Canales, tried to close our beaches in 2020. And I'm a huge Fisher person. I'm a huge beach goer. And so basically,
I'll be here till about 7 or 8.
she tried to close our beaches, which was completely an overreach and super tyrannical. She served one term because whenever she tried to get reelected, we went after her. Well, that's why I got involved in politics, is because my intention is to protect the Texas Open Beaches Act. What seems to go ahead. Okay, what seems to have happened is with the Texas GLO is trying to dismantle the Texas Open Beaches Act. In September of 2023, May and September of 2013, they modified the Texas Open Beaches Act, and I've got to do a little bit more
Are you still
research into
trying to
that.
go fish somewhere?
I just wanted to stop here.
So how'd you find us?
Because I watch your YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I know. I feel like I don't want to distract Albert so nobody steals from his store.
What's going on?
Yeah, I see you fish a lot in Congress.
Well, I fish over there because I can make quick trips during the winter time, but when it changes up during the summer, which it's already starting to, and we got more daylight time, then I can make more breakaways to go to the beach and stuff like that. But now, especially, I got a 4x4 truck too, so.
Yeah, I was fishing a lot of the beach, I mean, the Congress here too. Hopefully soon, like, I'll start fishing.
Well, they're supposed to have Bob Hall Pier up and running. I hear 2 stories. One that it's gonna be at the end of the year, and the other one is gonna be sometime next year. So,
Yeah.
I believe that Brent Chesney is doing an update on help me out, Bob Hall. He's doing it on, let me tell you guys real quick. He is doing it on, come on, computer. This Monday at 6 o'clock at Tamook at the Surf Writers Association.
Okay. Will they have a final draft of what the pier is supposed to look like? Because I'm also hearing something else that it's supposed to be like 200 feet shorter than what the original pier was.
Let's go. Let's ask them. It's a pretty small meeting.
Yeah.
It's this
So you
Monday.
said this Monday at what time?
Monday at. Got this.
So I'm supposed to leave to Houston either Monday or Tuesday.
Go on Tuesday, bro.
What?
Let's see. No, I'm just joking around. It's Monday at 6 o'clock, 6 to 8.
All right. Damn. But definitely need to get over there for that because we have so many questions that have not been answered by anybody. And again, too, like, why aren't they putting this information out for all the fishermen to be able to know where it's going and stuff like that? Like, we have to search and dig and like, it's
Yeah,
so
it's on purpose. It's like I tried to call a bunch of state reps today, and they're like, "Well, why do you want their email address?" I'm like, "Because it's public information." Well, it's not our protocol to give out that information. I said, first of all, I don't give a shit about your protocol. It is public information. I am paying for that email address. You're either going to give it to me or I'm about to put you guys on blast on social media, and you don't want me to do that. Hold on
Yeah.
one quick second. And then all of a sudden, her email address is, and I'm like, why do we have to do that?
Why?
Like,
Yes,
it's
exactly. It should
complete
not be that hard.
insanity. It is complete insanity. All right, so now that you're back, Albert, let's get back to Henry and his concern
I
about the Rio
got
Grande.
one more customer.
Okay. Well, you keep an
All
eye
right.
on your customers
Yeah.
just to be sure we don't need another situation.
Yeah. How you doing, boss? How can I help you?
You got any truck line papers?
No, I don't. I was just talking to another individual about that. Looks like I'm gonna have to put some out. Uh, I can have some ready by next week. I actually got the bucket cut. I just gotta piece it together. But I'm stuck over here cleaning a bunch of weights and getting everything ready for it. So
What are they running again?
they're 115.99.
We're having a Peter Zanoni sale. It's actually $400.
We can do that. That would be a big help. Yeah.
I got it right now.
Nobody got that.
All right. Hold on, let me get this paperwork so that way I can get your information. My opinion. Thank you from you. I don't want to ask it because I'm live on YouTube right now.
Oh.
Phone number, and then I'll put that up with everything else. And that's a 130.20 cents. Sign that one right there.
So, good.
You too, boss. We're doing the 30 hook reel, correct?
Does that come with the floats and stuff on it? or-
No.
Ah.
Yeah. So if you buy 7 floats, 5, 10, 15,
Yeah,
25,
35
30.
floats.
Yeah. So it's 6 or 7.
I got an old cell line already made, but I was
Hold on,
gonna go
guys.
this weekend and I said, man, let me see if we have some. That's all right. If not, I'll just,
Yeah, because for each of the yellow ones, it's $13.99. The red one is $14.99. But normally, since if you buy this with this, I end up working you. It's about a 10% discount. I haven't priced one of these out since last year. I build them once a year. I build like 15 to 20 of them.
yeah.
That
I
way
know,
they're
I
ready to
came
go.
last year with my brother-in-law and he bought one.
Uh,
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come back. I didn't think they would.
Thanks,
Okay.
Daniel.
they send out.
I really want for Albert to hear this, so I'm kind of waiting on him. If you guys have
Oh,
questions as we're going, just feel free to pipe in.
How much is it?
75. Is 20. It'll be sometime next week, Lon. Because,
Or just text, well, usually I'm at work, but
that's your cell phone number?
yeah, that's my cell phone. Just text me, hey, cell line, it's ready, whatever.
Okay.
And just let me know.
Roger. I got you, boss.
And that'll work.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
And I want to see some fishing reports when you get it, man. Everybody, oh yeah, I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a picture. I ain't received a single one of them.
I usually go right there by Red Dot.
Uh-huh.
That's the only place I know that they go, and so I've been going over there all the time.
Yeah.
And then especially when the mullet's running, I usually I'll buy some mullet and then I'll go and because I want to get it out.
Yeah, get it out, and then while it's waiting,
Yeah,
you
while
go
it's
catch
out,
more.
then I'll catch everything, and but nah, usually I have to take people with me because I'll bring out 3 at a time.
Yeah, yeah.
But you just gotta watch it. Sometimes they're just a little bit over. You got to throw them back.
Yeah, yes, sir. You got to watch that size for sure. Yep. Oh man. All right, so man,
Okay.
I've missed a lot. I'm gonna have to go back
Okay.
and watch the whole video.
We're kind of just joking around, waiting on you. We're just joking around. You
Roger that.
missed the Peter Zanoni joke of when you said it was 116. I said, and today's a Peter Zanoni sale, so it's gonna be $400. All right, I'm being silly now. Okay, so
Hey, unless you're a guy putting in his pocket, then he'll make him pay for it and
right,
then give it to him. So yeah.
right. Can't make this shit up. Okay, Henry, here we come. So the desalination plant in the Rio Grande Valley is all stemming
Okay.
from all the different desalination plants that they're trying to
Okay.
do now. The 5 in Corpus Christi and
I believe you have the wrong number, man.
the Rio Grande Valley, all these different locations, right? I'm gonna
No,
go ahead and tell you guys
right,
about
right.
that was the longest wrong number phone call. I'd been like, wrong number.
I was
um
trying to. I should.
you're all friendly. Hey man, how's it going? Oh no, man, it's the wrong number. Sorry, brother. How's it going though? You good?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
yeah. Like it's.
We got jokes today. We got
It was a
jokes.
new. It was a new lead in to, hey, we're calling you about your warranty for your vehicle since we got you on the
Yeah,
phone.
exactly.
It's
It's
like,
like, psych, it's not the wrong number. We're looking for you about your warranty. Okay. All right,
yeah,
back to
okay.
seriousness. See, you got to have jokes because otherwise you could literally lose your mind with all this BS the government's trying to do. Like
It,
it's overwhelming. I'm not going to lie. It gets super overwhelming.
it's insane. But I saw another one of your posts where Avet was meeting with foreign company owners talking about bringing all this industry to Texas.
Mhm.
Later, boss. You have a good one. Which again, I'm not against growth. I just want growth in the healthy way
Responsible.
that is not going to freaking wreck our economy, that is not going to wreck our backyards. That's not going to. I mean, you've got to do it right. If you're going to do it right,
Mhm.
I have no problem with you. But again,
Yep.
putting a desal plant in the middle of the bay, expecting me to pay for it,
Mhm.
and me not get nothing out of it. Like there is no direct correlation to that desal plant going in and me getting money
Yep.
or safety. Like again, too, that's going to draw on the electrical grid, which means our
Mhm.
electricity is about to go through the roof too. It's not just the water; it's the electricity, and then the city taxes too. Like they are, wow, they.
It's getting crazy with these
I think it.
guys.
I think Isabel was the one that posted up about how they did a research and found out that one company that was they created that company and make it seem like they're a nature invested company, but it's nothing but oil and refineries that are paying it and backing it.
Yep.
I wonder
Yep.
if they too can research Peter Zanoni, Mayor Paulette, and all these
Mhm.
cronies where they're getting their money from. Because don't they have to put out a financial statement? I wonder if they can go do that and make it public knowledge of how much money they're making or hiding in the in the what do they say on the offshore accounts and stuff like that. Like I'm,
No,
I'm, I'm
it's not offshore accounts that they're using. They're using nonprofits to funnel their money back and forth between each other. Because
yeah,
nonprofit financials, they just have to give a snapshot of their financials. They don't have to list the money, the coming ins and going outs. They don't have to do that. So what these guys are doing is using these nonprofits to channel funds back and forth to each other. Oh my gosh, we donated all this money to the foundation. And then the
yeah,
foundation turns around and cuts them a check for whatever they did.
yeah, yeah. And that's their payment. That's the donation. And then they write it off as a donation rather than actual, that it was a payment received kind of deal. So, wow.
I'm trying to
Heartburn.
find this video, which I saved in my stuff, and now it's not coming up, which I hate. Saved a playlist. There we go. Okay, but I'm gonna send you guys this link so you guys, whenever you have a chance, you can take a look at this documentary. And this is what I'm about to talk about right now. So some of the legislation that's going on at the Capitol, right, for this legislative session, there is a bill by this lady in Galveston. She's a state representative. Her name is Terry Wilson. And she's trying to push through a bill for the second time to basically give the Texas GLO permission to control the Texas coast. Now, the problem with that is that none of those people are elected, and most of them don't live on the coast. So they could give two shits about the coast.
Wow.
And we want to stay in control of our coast. So this bill, Texas House Bill 802, we need to email our representatives, which I'm collecting all that information today to get that out and tell them absolutely hell no, negative ghostwriter. That's not happening.
Yeah.
I talked to this lady. She called me right away, like literally within 15 minutes. I said, "Hey, I'm calling to talk about the inquire about this House Bill 802, HB 802." And so she's on the phone with me. I talked to one of her legislative aides, and he was a complete idiot. He sounded like he was 15. And he's like, "No, this is to help with the eroding of the coastline." I'm like, "That's not what this reads." I said, "I'd like to go ahead and talk to the author of this." So she calls me immediately. And because apparently she cried when it failed the first time. Cried. Like boo-hooing. So now she's pushing it through a second time. So I'm talking to her on the phone, and she's a little bit hysterical. "No, we're not trying to take away Texas Open Beaches Act. No, we're not trying to do that." And she's like coming at me, and I said, "Ma'am, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a constituent. If you don't let me speak, this conversation's about to be over." "Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just la la." I'm like, "Sorry, nothing." I said, "What's happening is that you guys are trying to mislead the community by these confusing bills that are so hard to read." And I'm like, after 4.5 years in, I can read between the lines. And so I'm like, girl, that's not what this bill reads. Look at me. I wrote everything down. Then they try to send me an email saying, like, "No, really, this is what it is." And I'm like, "No, it is not. Y'all are freaking lying." So
Yeah.
anyway, I'm putting this into an easy way for everybody to be able to just email these people and say, "We don't want this, we don't want this, we don't want that." And here's the SB 2188 by Adam Hinojosa. He's a new senator. For him to be.
Oh, hold on, guys. Give her just a second. She may have received a phone call or something like that. So, right when I was getting good. Oh man, I'm telling you guys,
No.
they're.
Thank you, AT&T, for randomly shutting off my Wi-Fi every hour. Okay, so SB 2188. This has been submitted by newly elected Adam Hinojosa. Now, this guy is a rookie, right? Like, so in politics, it's like baseball or like sports. You have the rookie, and they're like, "All right, sit on the bench for a while. Don't do this. Seniority rules, all that stuff." It's the same in politics. So this guy, he's overreaching, and he's trying to be like this, cool dude. Like, "Hey, let's make one of my." You saw the email I sent to his representative, right?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, let me read it to you guys. I sent it this morning. And
I,
this
I,
is
I
his.
got the text about the email saying that you just kind of tagged everybody in it, but I've not gotten into my email, so I
Okay.
could not.
Let me, Hinojosa's the one in the news. Yeah, because he represents the Rio Grande Valley too, Henry. Okay, so it says, "Good afternoon," and the guy's name is Chad McGill. He's a pain in the ass here in Corpus. He's been in local politics. He was on city council for a while, and he's the reason why we're having problems with infrastructure and streets, because they never put that on the budget. But that's another story for another day. I said, "Good afternoon, Chad. Happy Thursday. As Senator Hinojosa's district liaison, I was hoping you could shed some light on the senator's authored SB 2188 bill and his intentions with it. It is my understanding that it went through committee today, so I would like to request a timely response to this email." He's never going to respond. "In reading this bill, it appears that the senator wants to pass legislation to allow SpaceX, Elon Musk the ability to open and close beach access and access roads at his discretion. I'm not sure if the senator is aware, but the Texas Open Beaches Act protects the beaches from overzealous, entitled, and corrupt politicians trying to monetize, privatize, and destroy our Texas coast for privately owned corporations and ultimately privatization. Giving control of opening and closing of our Texas beaches and access roads to a privately owned corporation is the reason the Texas Open Beaches Act was established. This appears to be in violation of the Texas Open Beaches Act. I hope this is not the case. Surely the newly elected senator's first priorities aren't to take beach access away from its rightful owners, Texans. Please advise. I sent that at 1:30 today, and I've not heard anything, nor do I think I'm gonna hear anything from this guy.
Let me update you. They're already doing that in South Padre.
I know. I know.
I talked to a fisherman the other day while I was on the pier. He said that he's from South Padre, and that's multiple times while he was out there fishing, like down the beach, that drones came up and started hovering him and speaking to him from the
Mhm.
drone was that the beach is now closed. You must remove yourself and your gear and all that off the beach. And he was like, like, I'm not moving. Like, and he stayed there and they kept warning him that you're going to get arrested. And basically putting out threats against him for that.
Mhm. That's what
And
that documentary, that it's in that documentary that I put on here. You guys
okay,
got to watch
so
that.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out because, like I said, that is. I was like, dude, that's crazy. Like they can't do that, because of that reason or whatever. And but I didn't state the Open Beaches Act. I that did not even cross my mind. Like I didn't even put that two and two together. But right there is a huge one right there. Like, yeah, they can't. That's the whole point of us having what we have now is because
Mhm.
we should be able to have access to it at any given time. Obviously, if a
Well, and what I'm
hurricane's
going to
on
flip the
there,
camera, I'm going to flip the camera, and I'm going to, because remember, we've also been talking about how they want to shut down pins. They want to
yep,
shut down our pins access. Now, I'm going to show you guys the map of the Boca Chica beach, where that's where Musk is already shutting down the beaches. And I want you guys to see, it's going to ring a bell in y'all's heads. I hope, because look,
they're already
look.
they're already charging people $100 for a beach access permit to get on that beach.
Oh my gosh. So look, here's Boca Chica Beach right here where Musk is already controlling the opening, the access to the beach, right? You got Port Mansfield here, you got Padre Island here, and you have Pins here. So why do you guys think they want to shut down Pins? What's going to happen here?
That's going to be a freaking trafficking zone. They're going to close down the whole beach so he can own it all.
Exactly. They're trying to take away our access. They want to own the entire coastline, and we have to say no. We have to fight. And I'm going to tell you guys, all the fisher people right now, if we don't fight this now, we're done, because we still have a say. We
Yeah,
still have a say. And all of these pieces, I catch a lot of grief from a couple of fisher people who are like, I don't understand why you keep saying they're trying to take our access and what that has to do with the close with pins. It doesn't make
because
any
they're
sense.
they're they're seeing what's happening right now, not what's going to happen 5 years down the road. They
Thank you.
haven't they ain't even been in the game long enough to understand what's going on, and for them to sit there and just, well, no, it's not true, not true. I've actually seen documents. I personally seen these documents that says not for public distribution. They are planning to close the beach from the 20 all the way down,
Hmm.
basically during turtle season.
Hmm.
Why? Because there's nobody there to maintain the turtles. So they're going to leave them in the sand to fend for themselves on the hopes that they continue their natural growth, which again, too, it's already been scientifically proven that it will not happen unless they have X amount of numbers. Because when they go natural, they're going to drop dramatically for a while before they finally naturally recoup. If they don't have enough during that drop, then they're gonna go extinct again, or
Mhm.
on the verge of extinction. So for them, they have that number for a reason. But again, too, right now they're cutting it short. It's not up here, it's way down here. And so because of that, they're gonna put more restrictions on all of us fishermen,
Mhm.
especially if one gets ran over. It only takes one turtle to be ran over, and then we're done. Well, look, even the agreed up speed limit should be slow enough for people to see a turtle or a nesting site that they won't run over one. Well, let's take it back some. The original agreement with the deed was that the park be opened for recreation, not for preservation. So our recreation actually should dominate the reason why it's out there, normal sense. But being a fisherman and all about preserving wildlife, yes, I want the turtles there too. But again, too, not at the cost of removing my rights to be able to go down beach on a piece of land that has been donated for them to use. It
Mhm.
was donated. It was not bought. It was not sold to them. It was donated for them on that reason. Now, if they can't hold up on their end of the bargain, then we as Texans should take that park away from the federal government and control it ourselves, and make it to where the access point, which is up north on our side,
Mhm.
be controlled by our people on this side. Because again, too, right now it sits on the guys down in the valley
Clayburg. Mhm.
in Clayburgh County. Well, that nobody votes for anybody in Clayburgh, so they don't care what happens to
Mhm.
the park.
And they
They
do that on purpose.
weird.
That's yeah, like all these like that's why I'm telling you that Adamina Host is ballsy for doing that right now because it's his first this is his first legislative session. But what they do is they push these through like this Janie Lopez lady, she's from the Valley. Am I, Rachel from Corpus Christi, who's concerned about the Texas Open Beaches Act, gonna think to go look at a lady from the Valley about protecting the Texas Open Beaches Act? No. The people in Galveston, same difference, same thing. They don't get involved. They just look at what they may turn it Galveston into. So at the end of the day, we're coming to a time right now where I understand that people don't trust politicians. I don't trust politicians. I don't. I'm not a politician, but we have to elect people that are public servants and not politicians. I am 100% a public servant. I have zero desire to make any money. I have a comfortable life. I have no aspirations of being a millionaire. I just want to live in peace, and I want to fight for, the things that matter, which is for me, the Texas coast and our water, because we need water to survive. It's not like, if oil and gas went away tomorrow, it would suck, but we would figure it out. We'd go old school caveman style. But
Yeah.
we need water to survive.
Yes. Without destroying everything else along the way.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
Well,
one.
I don't want to overkill with data, and I've got to get to finishing this Texas Open Beaches Act stuff for tomorrow. So I hope if anybody has any questions, I'm going to put my email right here now that I'm. Well, darn it, what is my
And
email?
and,
Hold on a
and
second.
even then, after the video, if you
Yeah.
can put that information in as a comment, once the video posts, come in and comment and put all of that
Okay.
in there, because a lot of times, if people are watching it on their phone, they can't see everything that's going on. They can only see it if they're on the computer. I've ran into
Hmm.
that, like when I'm watching a video and I don't see none of the comments going, but we were having this discussion last night and stuff like that, and so yeah, it's just if you can come back and put that info so people can see it after the fact, that would be a lot easier than waiting for that to come up through the video feed, because you got to know what exact time it
Okay.
comes through and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Okay. And then I found the email, so let me put that through, and then I'll put the other one. Um, I'll put the other one up as soon as I finish it tonight at some point. Mama's got to
Right
eat.
there.
I know I was making fun of you about not eating, but I wasn't hungry. And then at 3 o'clock, I was like, "Rawr, I gotta eat something." Um,
Yeah, my day
so
started
we're
early, and I was burning and burning and burning and burning, and I burn calories because I'm moving. Like
oh yeah.
I move with like, hey, come on, we got to get this done. And so when I finally get hungry, like I'm hungry, I've got to, I got to eat or something like that. So
Yeah. All
But
right, guys. Hey, no problem, Henry. And like I said, you guys reach out to me if you have any questions. Like Henry, you saw that news story about the funding. The different municipalities, they don't have the funding. They're gonna get it from Abbott. So that's what we're also trying to fight. So
yeah. Well, I don't know if we lost her for good. Her Wi-Fi may be coming out again.
serenity now, serenity now. So anyway, shoot me an email and I'll try to answer the questions as best I can. And I'm gonna try to get a hold of that original document where it shows the intake and the outtake. And that way
Mhm.
it's clear, and then we can post something about that. But anyway,
Yeah,
thanks again for
yeah,
the time, Albert. And then we'll be in touch.
yeah.
Bye,
Email it to me because
guys.
that'll be the best way that I can download it, and I'll share it to the YouTube channel as well. Because
Okay.
if it comes through the phone, I try to put it on it'll be distorted big time. So email will be
Okay.
the best way. So,
Perfect.
all right,
All right.
Rachel,
Good
you have a
night,
good one.
guys. See ya.
As for everybody else, guys, I've got to move over here because I got to start. I'll show you what I've been doing actually real quick now that Rachel's off there. So y'all saw me taping weights. So that's what I did while I was sitting here with y'all. So now let's do this. So if I can get that. Maybe I can get it one hand. Okay. Ooh, hold on. Okay. So I got that tray right there. Ooh, I gotta open that box. Gotta open that box. Hold on, let me get over here. So you can see I've been filling up my weights over here. But that bin, I actually discovered another way to stack my weights in my container. So if you look at it like this, you see those. It looks nice, right? Well, in actuality, it's double stacked all the way down. You can see it here. There's a stack under a stack. But I had to stack it this way in order for the stack to work. Because as soon as I lay it down this way, it'll stack up nice. But a lot of these weights are going to go in there so I can finish that. But a lot of them are supposed to be 3 ounces because over here we are empty. Remember that when this was full last week? Yeah, it's gone. 2 ounces. I got a whole tray of them over there. Got some ones over there too. But our 7s, 8s, 9s are pretty full. The 5s were double stacked. But as you pull the top layer, it starts to collapse onto the bottom layer. 6s, we need 2. And then we did the 3/32. Remember how that was almost empty? We got some more there. That one got a lot of them right there. The 4s got some more. The 3s, how that one was almost empty too. And the 8s was empty. That one was completely empty. So we just need some 9s and some 10s. But those are the 3/32. So yeah, like I said, guys, I got a lot of work ahead of me. Then I got to get back over here to this wall. My 3-way longs for the redfish rigs. Remember, I had all this all completely stacked up. Well, it's been getting eaten up pretty good too. So that, and there's 0 3-way shorts in that same size, like they're supposed to be right there, and there's none. Yeah, I got a lot of work ahead. A lot of work ahead. That, and I still got to make the rest of the gear. Oh, there's a whole tray there. Oh man. Yep. Jeff was working on this yesterday. Those are the 3s, and they're going to fill up that other container there and there. So since he's not here today, I'm going to have to work on it. So I got a lot of work ahead of me, guys. So let me just pull up. Yep. So got to spool up another reel, but I guess I can do this unboxing. Or what reel are we doing? LX? Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'd like to do it, but I don't have the stand. I don't know where it's at, so I'm gonna have to get better prepared for this. I will talk to y'all later. But again, guys, stay tuned to those emails because the city of Corpus Christi City Council is selling us out, and you're gonna start seeing it in your water bills, your light bills, and your taxes, guys. We're gonna be paying for it, while those multi-billion-dollar operations are gonna be paying them for doing this. Let's stop them right now, guys. Let's start voting these crooks out of office and take back our city. Because otherwise, we're going to lose our fishing, we're going to lose our island, and we're going to lose our city, guys. So, got to fight. We got to show them we have a voice in this situation, and we will express it with our votes, get them out of there to where they can no longer be in a position where they can hurt us anymore. So you got to get together, guys. You all have a good one.